DJ, what the hell? What's happened today? Give me your thoughts.
Nah, man, this United team, man, we're trash at the moment. Like, we're just trash with shit. Just a few individual performances that I wasn't happy with. And there's some other stuff in terms of, like, the manager. I wouldn't blame Ten Hag wholeheartedly, but I'm going to blame him in terms of selection of certain players. It seems that Rashford and Bruno can have the shittest performances every single week and not get dropped. And I think that's a large issue to do with the fan base. And it might have been, and this is me just being speculative, and you know I'm messy, so I'm messy, guys. But I'm being speculative, but it could have been something along the lines with the Sancho thing as well. I think maybe Sancho might have had that same idea about other players. But look, at the end of the day, terrible performance. You know, Crystal Palace, they did nothing. They honestly did nothing. The goal that they scored, can't really do much about. So, you know, you got to pick yourselves up and bounce back. We had a couple like half chances here and there, but the team cohesion seemed off today. It didn't seem the same as it was from the last Crystal Palace game. So, yeah, man, what we've seen today is just more of what we've been seeing in the last few opening games of the season. Yeah.
Who would you say let us down the most? Or would you say nobody let us down? Personally, I think there was a lot of letdowns. What are you saying? Yeah,
man, I kind of mentioned it. Rashford, Bruno, you know, we kind of do look to them as our best players. Mm-hmm. We do. And the reason why they're our best players is due to sort of like their contributions in the last few seasons. They've had like really big contributions. But I think as time, you know, progresses and you know, we want to actually form an actual team based on teamwork and patterns of play and all of that stuff. You know, we kind of got to look at them. Rashford today's IQ is piss poor. I'm really sorry. Like, there's going to be people that say, "Oh, DJ, why are you getting on Rashford?" I'm just telling you things that I've seen. I've seen this man play dozens of times. Piss poor. Piss poor. Final third, no clue what he's doing. Misses passes, wants to take on the whole Palace team. It's just shocking for me. Bruno, as this big game player that he's supposed to be, again, didn't really see him show up today. Lost the ball 8 times. Same with Casemiro, who's going to get another mention. And look, these players on their day, when they play good, they play well. And I'll always give them that respect and gratitude and that praise. But today, terrible, shocking. Casemiro gave the ball away 5 times in 5 minutes. You lot are going to hear me keep saying that. 5 times in 5 minutes. Crazy.
Was you counting?
Huh?
Was you counting?
Yeah, I was counting still. Yeah, I had to count her out, man. It's just a shocking performance against a Palace team that were there for the taking today. Palace had nothing for us today. Legit, they had nothing for us today.
They did enough to get a win.
Yeah.
What was the difference between Tuesday's performance and then today? What happened?
Yeah, and you know, obviously on the stream, you know, a lot of our community were chipping in with what they felt about that, and as they were saying in the first Palace game, you know, we played, you know, Hannibal. We played a few younger players to come in, and it looked more of a team performance. Then when you bring sort of like your quote-unquote, your first team is back in, you lose some of that team kind of cohesion and stuff like that. And I really think that, you know, having Bruno and Rashford who are undroppable, that is an issue. That is an issue that the manager is going to have to sort out. People will disagree and people will agree, because the people that will agree will say, no, you must play your best players at all times. Even great Sir Alex said that. You play your best players.
So are they classed as your best players?
For me, yeah. And that's due to contributions. Mm-hmm. That's due to the contributions that they've offered for this team. So if you've got Bruno that's got crazy goals and assists, you're going to have him in your team, right? You're going to have him in your team. It'd be like if you get a striker that's scoring, is your top scorer, i.e. Rashford last season, you have to have him in the team.
But are they
what
informed?
I'm saying is, they're not informed. So if they're having shocking games 2-3 games in a row, then they need to be dropped. We've already seen the precedent for other players at Manchester United who weren't playing that get dropped. So that rule needs to run all the way through our whole team. Yeah, no one can be exempt from that.
Do you think that is a point of him potentially losing the dressing room?
Losing the dressing room is a big statement, isn't it? Because in football, in any football team, you're going to have people that are unhappy. That one, they're not playing, or unhappy that they can't, you know, get a fair rub of the green. That is through football. I'd be upset if there wasn't miniature arguments and that going on in the Premier League, in our football team. Has he lost the dressing room? I don't think he has, because when I looked at the performance, nobody gave up tonight. It wasn't about this afternoon, sorry. Nobody gave up. It's more of an individual player basis that who aren't playing well and it's affecting the team. They need to be taken out of the starting lineup before that becomes a massive issue in the dressing room. That's my opinion, yeah.
How do we change this around? Because this can't keep happening.
Yeah, he's going to have to make some bold decisions. The Brunos and Rashfords of this world, they definitely need to be now under the microscope. Palestri, still a kid. He didn't really do much today either. Garnacho for me has to start next game. I think everyone agrees with that. In terms of the midfield, Amrabat's going to probably have to stay at left back for a little bit. Again, Casemiro, he's going to have to play, because who do you play? Well, you're not going to play Cas at left back and play Amrabat in the mid. You can't do that. So Casemiro might have to continue. Maybe Hannibal comes in one of the midfield positions.
So what do you do with Mount?
Maybe take Palestri off and then you put Mount on the right if you want to do that, and then you have a free space in midfield. Whether that's Hannibal or Bruno will always get the nod. But if Bruno was to get dropped per se, or just on the bench, then you'd put Hannibal in there. That's what I would personally do.
You're calling for the favourites to be dropped.
Yeah.
Who are you playing in their position?
So if I'm dropping Bruno, you can play Eriksen in the 10 if you wanted to. We have players, so let's play them. Do you know what I mean? No, we have, because everyone's like, how can you drop Bruno? We have players, so let's play them. Do you know what I mean? Eriksen, he's not as good as Bruno in certain aspects, but he can give you a lot of what Bruno does in terms of the creativity. So if we're going to drop players because they're out of form, solely based on that, not a popularity contest, Eriksen will go into the 10 for me. And then maybe if we're going to drop, say, a Palestri, you could maybe go for a halfway house, which is Mount out there, because he's busy and stuff like that. And if you're going to drop Rashford, you definitely need to bring in Garnacho or Martial.
Oh, Martial. Do you think Martial a striker or on the wing?
Either or, to be fair. What Martial gives you, right, that Rashford doesn't give you out there, is the intricate passing and the link-up play. Rashford don't do link-up play. It's not in his language. He doesn't do link-up play.
He links up with the defenders.
He links up with the defenders. He's running into alleyways all the time. I'm kind of just tired of it, to be fair, because a footballer at that level, yeah, and if we're being honest, a footballer at that level, they need to be doing much better in the final third. Yeah, you're big Marcus Rashford, England international. Yeah, when you get into the final third, you're unable to pick passes. You're unable to see the vision and see the players that are making runs. You're unable to assist. You don't cross the ball. What you want to do, though, is when you get there, you want to do your little cutting on the right, because we know what you're going to do, or you're going to drag it to the byline and whip some meaty ball into the box that gets cut out. At the end of the day, right?
Today?
Huh?
Did you see the cross?
Yeah. I see the cross and that. But at the end of the day, yeah, like, it's one of those things where Rashford needs to improve. We need to see better of him. And, I'm just tired of it, Haley. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. I'm tired of being sick.
Thank you so much, DJ.
Bless you.
Thank you, viewers.